नमस्ते और हेल्थ फॉर यू चैनल बाय यूबी मीडिया पर आप सबका स्वागत है। मैं हूं डॉक्टर अदिति जैन, इंटरवेंशनल पेन फिजिशियन, और आज हम बात करेंगे कैंसर पेन के बारे में। कैंसर पेन इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कैंसर एसोसिएटेड इन पेशेंट्स. It is affecting these patients severely, both emotionally, mentally, and physically. This cancer pain can be due to chemotherapy, radiation therapy, surgery के बाद का pain, या even because of the disease itself. Now, pain physicians worldwide and even oncologists are well aware of the need to treat this pain adequately. लेकिन इसके बावजूद आधे से ज़्यादा कैंसर पेन के मरीज आज भी इनएडिक्वेट पेन कंट्रोल के साथ जी रहे हैं, एंड ऑलमोस्ट अ क्वार्टर ऑफ देम आर एक्चुअली डाइंग ड्यू टू द पेन. इसको हम कैसे ट्रीट करें? एज फिजिशियंस ये हमारा फर्ज है दैट वी सी टू दीज पेशेंट्स एंड ट्राई टू ट्रीट द पेन टू द बेस्ट ऑफ आवर एबिलिटीज. Though the complete cure for various forms of cancer is still not available and is still ongoing, at least we can look after the pain part of these patients and try to give them a better quality of life. Now let's talk about how do we treat it. अगर हमारे यहाँ एक मरीज आता है कैंसर का पेन के साथ, so there are different steps how we treat them. WHO has identified a 5-step ladder in treating these patients. अगर आप हमारे यहाँ पहली बार आए हैं, वी विल स्टार्ट ऑफ विद वीक नॉन ओपियोइड एनाल्जेसिक्स जैसे कि ओवर द काउंटर पैरासिटामोल, क्रोसिन, एस्पिरिन. along with, it's important to remember, these patients require continuous psychological support or psychotherapy along with other adjuvant therapies which are available like acupressure. Acupressure has proven to be very useful in cancer pain patients. Now, a lot of these cancer patients do not get treated adequately with only over-the-counter pain medicines. Now, when you come again, we will take a step above, that is weak opioid medications like tramadol. This is given in adjuvant to other therapies like the psychotherapies, the psychological counseling and acupressure and physiotherapy, etc. अगर इससे भी आपका दर्द कम नहीं होता है तो हम जाते हैं एक स्टेप ऊपर, which is stronger opioids like morphine. Now, stronger opioids are very effective in treating cancer-related pain, but हमारी society में there is a disadvantage to it because a lot of people think that it creates a lot of physical dependency and addiction. But studies have shown that these opioids do not have these two problems in cancer-related pain. Though there can be severe negative side effects to some of the patients, इस चीज़ को काउंटरएक्ट करने के लिए हम करते हैं इंटरवेंशनल पेन थेरेपीज फॉर कैंसर पेन मैनेजमेंट. अब ये इंटरवेंशनल पेन थेरेपीज क्या होती हैं? इसमें बहुत तरह के ब्लॉक्स आते हैं जैसे कि सिंपैथेटिक नर्व ब्लॉक, पेरिफेरल नर्व ब्लॉक्स, सीलियाक प्लेक्सस नर्व ब्लॉक्स. ये ब्लॉक्स जैसे अगर आप पैनक्रियाटिक पेन से पीड़ित हैं या फिर आपको स्पाइन में बहुत पेन है, these blocks are very effective in counteracting that pain without the side effects of strong opioids like nausea, physical dependence or even addiction. तो ये बात हमको ध्यान रखनी है कि आप पेन फिजिशियन या आपके ऑन्कोलॉजिस्ट के पास जाएं तो उसका सुने और एक लैडर वाइज अपने को पूरे ट्रीटमेंट लेने रहेंगे. There is no dearth of medication, there is no dearth of interventions that can be done to remove your pain. What is required is awareness, so societal awareness. कैंसर का ट्रीटमेंट एक अपनी जगह है, लेकिन उसकी जो दर्द है, जिस पीड़ा से वो इंसान गुजर रहा है, उसको कम करने के लिए हम जो भी कर सकते हैं वो हम उसको देना चाहिए. Especially if the life expectancy is more than 6 months or more than a year, you will not let that patient remain in that pain just because he has a malignancy. In the end, it is very important to remember that each and every patient has a right for his pain to be acknowledged and a right for somebody to assess that pain and manage it properly. दर्द सबकी ज़िंदगी में होता है, लेकिन उस दर्द के साथ रहना अनिवार्य नहीं है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Hello all, welcome to our channel Health for You by UBE Media. Today we are going to discuss on a topic about joints. Hi, I am Dr. Arjun Jain, arthroscopy and joint replacement surgeon. We are going to talk about the problems regarding joints, especially the knee joints. Today, everyone wants to feel free and have a good walk or a stroll around, do all the activities, do all the games, and try to be with the pace of life. But having knee pain can be a disaster for this type of a life. All the pain of knee as well as the difficulties in walking can have a problem of movement and mobility. Mobility is very important for any person. The knees are most important for these. Today we are going to discuss about the knee movement problems, knee mobilities. The problem of knee joint pain is that once the pain increases, then the patient is not able to walk, not able to do exercises. Then this further decreases the effectivity of knee management. Then this further decreases the mobility and increases the pain. So there is a vicious cycle which goes around for the knee pain. We can have different modalities of treatment. So either the knee can be salvaged or be preserved, as well as it can be replaced. The patient's requirement, their expectations, their condition of the disease helps us to decide whether we are going to preserve the original joint, salvage it, or we are going to replace it. Today we are going to discuss about the joint salvage system, which is arthroscopic repair of the knee joint or the arthroscopic preservation surgeries. These are the cartilage preserving surgeries which we do with a keyhole surgery. We do these by arthroscopy and help the patients to recover as fast as possible. An arthroscopy surgery has an advantage of very small incision as well as very good recovery and small stay of the hospital. These joints can be salvaged or preserved by different techniques like ACI, that is chondrocyte inoculation, by different type of procedures like chondroplasty or mosaicplasty, as well as cartilage regeneration procedures. If the knee is damaged to an extent it cannot be preserved or repaired, then we can go for replacement. Knee replacement is a very good option for patients who have complete grade 3 osteoarthritis of the knee. In a patient with knee replacement, nowadays we are using very high quality implants as well as very modular implants. These newer implants can help a patient to even sit cross-legged or squat. Nowadays, this is a myth that a patient with knee replacement cannot squat or cannot kneel down or cannot sit squatting. So we can replace the knee or salvage it according to the condition of the patient.
I'm Dr. Aditi Jain, consultant interventional pain physician practicing at Indore. Now, what is chronic pain? Any pain lasting more than 6 months which debilitates your life, interfering with our daily activities, our social relationships, and about taking care of ourselves and our near ones. This is known as chronic pain. Chronic pain can be of various types. It can be back pain, cervical pain, pains like chronic headaches, migraines, pain due to cancer, or even pain due to various neuropathies or fibromyalgia, which is pain in the entire muscular body. Now, nobody has the right to live with this pain. We as interventional pain physicians have various methods through which we treat your pain, and today I will be telling you the various modalities that we use, the people who are more at risk of chronic pain, and the various types of chronic pain. So who are the people who are more at risk? Your genetics can play a role in this factor. For example, if anyone in your family has arthritis or a history of migraine, you will be more at risk of contracting the same. Then we have obesity, If you are obese, you are more at risk of diseases like arthritis, or even if you have some injury, it will take a longer time to heal. Then we have any post-traumatic stress disorders. After any injury, your injury might take more time to heal, which may in turn turn into chronic pain. Otherwise, it can be any other kind of stress that a person is going through, which will interfere with his daily activities, leading to fatigue and pain. Or it can be someone who is in a very physically strenuous job. For example, you have to run around all day or do hard labor. These kind of people are also at a higher risk of suffering from chronic pain. Now, this chronic pain leads to mental anxiety, depression, sleep disturbances, and then this creates a cycle which gets very hard to break. And so the people will going from doctor to doctor trying different medications, and it will not be effective. So our job is to make you pain-free. Though it cannot be cured always, but there are various modalities available now. For example, we start with the pharmacotherapy, various exercises, physiotherapy, your counseling, and then the interventional modalities like transforaminal injections. We have injections for trigeminal neuralgia, for your fibromyalgia, even for patients who are suffering from cancer pain. They don't need to have a bad quality of life. For that, we have various blocks like sympathetic blocks, lumbar plexus blocks, which can help them to live a better life or whatever is left. Pain is a basic human right, and no person should live with this thinking that it is not curable. It is curable, and if you or any of your near or dear ones are suffering from any sort of chronic pain, you are please requested to visit your nearest pain physician and get cured as soon as possible.
आपका YouTube चैनल हेल्थ फॉर यू बाय यूबी मीडिया में मैं डॉक्टर ए के पाटीदार आपका स्वागत करता हूं। आज हम बैक पेन के बारे में चर्चा करेंगे। आज ही हम ये जानेंगे कि बैक पेन क्या होता है, बैक पेन होने के क्या कारण है, बैक पेन होने के क्या लक्षण है और बैक पेन से कैसे बचा जाए। सबसे पहले मैं अपना परिचय आपको देना चाहता हूं। मैं एक होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर हूं जो कि 17 साल से प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूं और होम्योपैथी की प्रैक्टिस मेरे यहाँ लगभग 50 ईयर से होती है। मेरे फादर भी होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर थे और मैं भी एक होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर हूँ। मैं मेनली स्लिप डिस्क, साइटिका, बैक पेन, नेक पेन, सर्वाइकल पेन, हिल पेन, काफ मसल पेन, शोल्डर पेन का इलाज होम्योपैथी के द्वारा करता हूँ। जैसे कि हमारा आज का टॉपिक है बैक पेन। बैक पेन यानी कमर का दर्द। बैक पेन एक आमतौर पर पाए जाने वाला दर्द है। इससे हर कोई व्यक्ति अपने जीवन काल में कभी न कभी प्रभावित होता है। यदि हम भारत की बात करें तो 80% लोग कभी न कभी इससे प्रभावित होते हैं, और यदि हम विश्व की बात करें तो 95% लोग इससे इस दर्द की चपेट में कभी न कभी आते हैं। यह दर्द पुरुषों की अपेक्षा महिलाओं में अत्यधिक पाया जाता है। यह दर्द 35 वर्ष की उम्र के लोगों में ज्यादा देखा जाता है। बैक पेन दो टाइप का होता है, एक्यूट या क्रोनिक पेन। एक्यूट पेन का दर्द कुछ दिनों के लिए आता है और कुछ इलाज या घरेलू दवाओं से ठीक हो जाता है। क्रोनिक बैक पेन 3 महीने या 3 महीने से ज्यादा समय के लिए रहता है, या किसी का दर्द ठीक हो जाने के बाद भी दोबारा कुछ एक निश्चित अंतराल के बाद दोबारा लौटकर आता है। अब हम बैक पेन के लक्षणों के बारे में चर्चा करेंगे। बैक पेन में कभी कभी आपको ऐसा दर्द होता है जैसे कि आपको कोई गोली मार रहा है, या कोई आपकी पीठ में कोई चाकू चुभ रहा है, या इसका दर्द कभी कभी बर्निंग सेंसेशन यानी पीठ में आपकी जलन होती है। कभी कभी दर्द अकड़न के साथ भी होता है, और कभी कभी यहाँ डल इचिंग मतलब बहुत ही स्लो पेन होता है, जो कि बहुत धीमा धीमा दर्द होता है। इसके रोगी को चलने, उठने, बैठने में भी समस्या हो सकती है। कभी कभी इसका दर्द आपकी कमर से लेकर नीचे पैरों में भी चला जाता है। ठीक है, अब हम बैक पेन के कारणों के बारे में चर्चा करेंगे। बैक पेन की हमारे बैक की संरचना का अध्ययन कुछ जानना होगा। हमारी बैक मसल्स, लिगामेंट, बोन, नर्व, टेंडन से मिलकर बनी होती है। हमें बैक पेन के कारणों को जानने के लिए बैक का स्ट्रक्चर यानी उसकी संरचना के बारे में जानना होगा। हमारी बैक बोन, मसल, लिगामेंट, टेंडन और डिस्क से मिलकर बनी होती है, जो हमारी बैक को सपोर्ट प्रदान करते हैं और उसकी मूवमेंट में हेल्प करते हैं। यदि इनमें से किसी भी एक कंपोनेंट में कोई इश्यू आ जाए तो वो बैक पेन का कारण बनता है। इसका मुख्य कारण है स्ट्रेन या ट्रॉमा, जिससे हमारी पेट को नुकसान हो सकता है। उदाहरण के लिए किसी भी वस्तु को गलत तरीके से उठाना या भारी वस्तु को उठाना।
Hello everyone. So this is Dr. Avinash Jain, an orthopedic spine surgeon from Indore. Let us discuss the most common topic today, or in fact I would say let us guide you how to prevent from back pain, and that to lower back pain. So there are so many reasons why a person in his middle age group or elderly age group or even the younger age group develops back pain. Most common reasons of back pain are it's because of the poor posture, unhealthy lifestyle, prolonged sitting, weightlifting in poor posture, driving in an abnormal positions, prolonged driving. So these are some of the basic problems in a young patient. When the age increases, our bone get weak. The bones which are healthier in your younger age group may get deteriorated, degenerated in elderly age group. So as you grow elder, you should be very precautious towards your spinal health, and that is your spinal alignment and movements. So I would say, instead of going for reasons, we should discuss how to prevent back pain. So there are more and more people who are into IT sectors now, who are computer professionals, who have a prolonged sitting habit in her or his office, banking job, professionals, medical professionals. So everywhere you will see people are sitting in their chairs for more than 6 to 8 hours in a single stretch. So this is absolutely wrong. I would say smoking से जो problems होती थी वो अब sitting से होती हैं. So sitting is a new smoking. Now if you sit for more than 2 hours in a single stretch, eventually your disc, which is an intervertebral disc, is a soft gelatinous material which is inside the vertebral body. It is a soft gelatinous material which is in between your two vertebral bodies and just anterior to your spinal nerves. So this material, this disc is basically meant to absorb your shock. So shock can be generated when you go for gymming, when you do aggressive sports, when you do for long hours driving, and even when you sit for a longer duration. So these structures get compressed, and if you lie down they get decompressed. So this is an elastic structure which has a lot of water content in it. So to continue its healthy structure, to maintain its health, disc health, you need to drink a lot of waters. Everyday exercise. Don't go for aggressive sports, don't go for prolonged sitting, and don't go for unobserved gymming. So we have seen frequently now youngsters at the age of 19 years, 20 years, 23 years, once they have moved from their college to from their school to colleges, they start and hitting to the gym under the supervision of an untrained professional, and they start taking out weights, say 50 kg, 100 kg unattended, under the supervision of an untrained professional. So this is absolutely wrong. Such type of abnormal and poor posture weightlifting leads to increased pressure in this disc, and these discs may get herniated. So it is always recommended, everyone loves gymming, everybody loves sports, but you have to be supervised. either by a physiotherapist or a trained professional. Secondly, so second most common questions which most of you guys ask, how they ask how to prevent constant backache. So for constant backache, first of all, if your backache is persisting more than 3 to 6 months, you need to visit some of the spine specialist, right? Secondly, you have to figure out what is the main reason. Either you are going for a prolonged sitting, or you are going for an abnormal gymming, or the conditions which I have mentioned. Secondly, if your spine specialist says that you have to undergo investigations, you should get it done at the earliest, because if you prolong your painful condition, there happens certain permanent changes in your spine and which are difficult to treat. Now, the next questions which most of you ask, does every back pain leads to spine surgery? So since I am a surgeon, I would like to mention you, only 5 to 10% of all backache percent, or less than 5% even I would say, eventually goes for spine surgery. So 95% back pains are preventable. The safety of spine surgery has increased from 80% to 95 to 99% nowadays. So don't fear of spine surgeries. So you have to drink a lot of water on a daily basis, at least 4 to 5 liters of water per day. Fourth point, you have to maintain your diet healthy. A lot of fibers, a lot of protein, and less carb. If you maintain all those things, your spine is going to be a healthier spine throughout your life, and you may not be suffering from any low back pain. The only thing, the last message I would say is, don't bend forward and lift weight. Don't bend forward and do the job. Don't bend forward and drive. Forward bending increases the disc presses and it leads to injury of the disc. So maintaining the posture is the primary important thing to prevent yourself from back pain. Thank you everyone.